has been painstakingly researched, considered, contemplated, evaluated. We've done everything humanly possible to make sure we arrive at the best decision that will move this very effort forward. And what is that decision? That this very day, anybody stepping out of the house this morning, right across Biafra land, you must understand that any vote for APC is a vote for slavery. Is a vote for a return to Egypt. Our land is ours. I said this a few days ago again, but most of you were not listening. You don't listen because you have your tiny prejudice inside you. Unless I say something that concerns what you have in your brain, the rest don't register. Let me explain it to you again, and very slowly. IPOB has been instrumental by virtue of our agitation to bring or to help facilitate various delegations from the UN, from the US, from the EU, and from Britain to come to Biafra land. Some of you were aware of this before I was released, that the immediate past British High Commissioner traveled the whole of Biafra land, went to the palace of Obiano, and went to go and see our dear revered father, Achuzie of blessed memory, touring Biafra land, trying to gather support to see if I am killed in custody, what will be the consequences. Listen carefully this morning, because some of you don't listen to what we say here on this platform. They traveled all over the place. I know what Obiano told them, and I also know what Achuzie told them. The people that they interviewed, the information or the advice they gave to the British High Commissioner is the reason why I was allowed to leave Kuche alive. Understand this very clearly. Had they said, or had the majority of them said, oh, please go, nothing will happen, just kill him, nothing will happen. What do you think? They will just quietly shoot me dead or poison me. And what will you say? You will say, oh, our leader is dead. Rest in peace. Oh, the children, we feel sorry for them. Oh, and the wife, and that would be the end of IPOB and Biafra agitation. Because next time when you want to go and lead, your mom or your dad will say, or your husband or your wife will say, oh, you want to be like the dead Nnamdi Kanu, see he's dead. You want to go again. I know our people, that's how we reason. Are you going to deny it? But I will say thankfully, but as Chukwu Kikabema will have it. The British High Commissioner came away from his tour of Biafra land with the impression that should they touch me, that the land will burn. That was exactly what happened. That was why I was allowed to come out with very stringent conditions. So you don't understand that? Or you want me to come all the time on air to spell everything out? Simple, obey command and move on. No, you won't. You will write, you must write something to notice me. So people will notice you that you are there. Instead of attracting idiots with their fake Facebook accounts, talking rubbish as always, or Yoruba and Alamajiri on Facebook, answering useless Igbo names, writing nonsense, and you think you've arrived. IPOB is about discipline, dedication, focus, and indefatigability. Understand these words very carefully. We never retreat nor surrender. Every step we make is designed to bring Biafra closer. And that step today is to make sure that APC is obliterated from the face of the earth. Let me tell you what we have managed to accomplish. For some of you who may not know. Do you know that INEC in the zoo doesn't have all the papers that have been requested of them to tender or to make available to Atiku's lawyers? Do you know that? And do you know what that means? You see this Jubril that you see in Asarok today, Jubril, he can never stay there. Zoo is heading towards the Venezuela scenario. That is what we are heading to. So you don't know that? So no matter what happens, the zoo must collapse. One single day, people will realize that the decision to lift the boycott inexplicably contributes to the collapse of the zoo. They don't have it in the court. INEC is saying they want to ask Jubril. Their name is Independent National Electoral Commission. If your understanding of English language is so limited, it won't be to the extent of not appreciating or understanding what independence means, or independent in this context. They are independent. They conducted elections. They make rules and they make their own laws. Now the time has come for them to tender the materials, and they're saying they cannot do it without going to Jubril that they rigged for. And you're telling me that the zoo can survive it? Of course not. You know they can't survive it. But because there is no instant result now, today, immediately, here, now, this second, oh, it's not going to work. It's called trader mentality. Buying and selling mentality, which unfortunately we now possess in abundance. So have faith and believe in what we are doing, and you see that Biafra will be restored. All your murmuring can only delay us, as it delayed Israelites from entering this land. You read your Bible, but you don't learn from it. You study, but you don't learn anything from history. I'll remind you once again, the difference between Southern Sudan and Biafra is that they fought for 30 years and we only fought for 3 years and we capitulated. Today, Sudan is free. Today, they're still killing us in Biafra land. And whose fault is it? It is the fault of you and I. The fault of those that call themselves Niger Delta or South-South, that remove themselves from the Igbo. Those that say we are Nyomia, we're not Igbo. Those that say, oh, no, leave them, we are not together. Whereas our Conquer fraternity, Epe fraternity, everything we borrowed from Efik and from Ibibio people. There's somebody, an Efik man and Ibibio man, he's saying they are South-South, that they are more related to an Ido man than an Igbo man. You see how useless people are. This is how stupid people are. Today, on this very Saturday, the 9th of March, 2019, we are all united as one family to make sure that Fulani doesn't come into our land. If you don't understand the meaning of it, go and see how Hausa people, when I give you history, write it down and research it. Some of you are hopeless. You don't know anything. You are asking me, Nnamdi Kanu, to make the same mistake that Hausa kings made. Fulani came in. Oh, we are pursuing corruption. We are chasing corruption. Today, there's nothing like Hausa people anymore. It's only Hausa language. Hausa doesn't exist anymore. They are gone forever and ever. The same nonsense you want me to allow APC to come into our land was the same rubbish that Afon Jadid in Kwara. Today they have lost Kwara. Yoruba can never ever recover Kwara state forever and ever. And you want the same nonsense to happen under my watch. You must be insane. You must be mad. Very, very mad. If you want to know what Biafra land will look like, please go to Logba. Go to Logba and see and have a look. Before you come on Facebook to write rubbish, before you go out to go and vote APC or even contemplate it, go to Logba and see what is happening there. Because it will affect you. Because our own selfishness and individualism have now been taken to very destructive levels, and I won't allow that to continue. It cannot continue. This is Radio Biafra. Time now is nearly 8:45 a.m. here in England. Wherever you are, I believe it is the same number of minutes, 1:45 the top of the hour, wherever you are. This is a live presentation. This is Radio Biafra. Our people are out in force, not to vote, but to make sure that Okirika doesn't stay in office. To make sure that Dave Umahi is removed. So that they will know how powerful IPOB is. So that they will know that if you go against the people will go against you. If we fail to send that very clear message, every idiot will come out and point their finger at IPOB. And when we do, or become radical, or become radicalized as a result, all of you now will be the... Let me even ask you, when peaceful IPOB was designated a terrorist group, how many of you protested? How many of you said no? But you have seen the North. Has any governor in the North, any Fulani governor ever come out to say that Mieti Yala is a terrorist group? They are the ones killing and sacking. They are the ones decimating communities. But because you are black, you have no conscience. It goes through one ear and goes out the other. You don't digest the information. Ask yourselves why. Syria is in the news. Every other place is in the news. Palestinians in the news. Everybody is in the news. Consider the number of Biafrans being killed on hourly basis and that of Palestinians. Then you tell me whose news is meant to be making it all over the world. But you're not being talked about. And you don't want to know why nobody's talking about you. You don't want to know what, you don't even want to know the effort that IPOB is making to ensure that the world talks about Biafra. You have no idea. All you do is wake up in the morning, you take your Technophone or Infinix and you put maybe data of 250 naira. You start to write nonsense on social media without asking questions. Biafra is going to be run by what the majority determines, not minority. It doesn't matter what you think. It is what the majority thinks that matters always. It's only in Black Africa that one idiot with a warped opinion about something will think that he or she is right. Once you test that very view they hold, you see that it holds no water after all. This very morning, regardless of what you see, hunger is a very bad thing. Regardless of how hungry you are, regardless of what the workers of iniquity might compel you to do, understand that if you collect money to go and vote for APC, to vote for AA, any of these Hausa Fulani sponsored people, you collect money to go and vote for PDP in Abia State, or you want to go, of course, remember that today is is it called supplementary election for Abaribe? Abaribe must be returned. You all know that very well. All those places they have rescheduled for elections to hold today regarding the fate of Abaribe. You must go there and vote for Abaribe. Understand that very well. When they give you the ballot paper containing Senate, you know to vote for Abaribe, who's in PDP. But when they give you the governorship form to vote for Okezi Bazo, do not vote for Okezi Bazo. Do not. If you do, we are finished. Do not vote for Uche Oga. If you vote for Uche, you think that Okorocha is from Hausa land. This one is from this one. I'm going to Hula Eme. Who was born in the sewage in front of Eme's house in Kanu. We are gone. Uche Oga, no. Ibazu, no. Why? Because they killed us. When I go to meetings, what they ask is always, but you have Biafrans who are in political office. Why are they not raising these issues? Why is it that all the people that you have that are very close to the corridors of power, they don't raise the issue of Biafra? In the meeting, full of diplomats, full of consultants, full of lobbyists, you then start telling them, but Hausa came and imposed them. Then they ask you, but where were you when they were imposing them on you? What did you do? You say, oh, nothing. I did nothing. They just imposed him. They will tell you, okay, this is my business card. Send me all the information you have with you, and I'll get back to you. Now, no, you're not serious. You know why IPOB, or how IPOB became the most formidable freedom fighting outfit in the world? Not by folding our hands. We took the battle to the enemy. Not with machete, not with knives, not with bow and arrow, not with bullets, not with guns, but with our never say die spirit. We sustained the pressure on the zoo until IPOB became a phenomenon. That's something you must know. Not through wishful thinking. And I have said it before, and I will say it again. What stops you? I even think that should we decide to march tomorrow, some of you will say, oh, he has been paid to bring war to us. So we don't know who, maybe. So, yes, I think I was accused in 2013 that foreign governments were paying me to destabilize Nigeria. So it didn't start today. It started from way before. It shows how poor you are. Everything about your thinking is money. Because you're looking for money to buy kerosene, to put in your stove. You're looking for money to go and buy fuel to put in your generator. You're looking for money to eat because you're so poor. Every decision in this world is governed by money. Everything you think about is about money. And that money, you don't even have it. Do we have money? You see ordinary Alamajiri, beggars on the streets of the north. Do they talk about money the way you people talk about money, like a bunch of demented fools? Because they have billionaires. Everybody do the same? Because they have billionaires. They say empty barrel make the most noise. You that have nothing in your pocket, you're the ones obsessing about money every step of the way. Yes, you don't even have it. Go out and make sure that Okirika is not there. If you are possessed by the devil or evil spirit, even consider supporting the rigging effort of Okirika. Also know that whatever befalls you tomorrow, you will bear the consequences. You will bear the consequences yourself. The same nonsense happening now has happened before. And I want people to listen carefully when I say these things. The same rubbish happening today has happened before. Do you know that Kaduna Airport, that is today an international airport, is meant to be built in Biafra land? You know who sold it to Awasa people? Go and do your research. You people did not start selling your interest from today. But when K.O. Mbadiwe was selling our airport to Fulani people, he never knew that a time will come when his offspring, when his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren will be begging for an international or an airport with genuine international status to be sited in Biafra land. Some of you do things without thinking about tomorrow and the future. And that is why Africa is so poor. Because we never think about the future. It's always about today. How about those who were eating dinner shasha when Okirika was the governor? Where are they today? How about those who were doing so well when George was there? Where are they today? Now, your obsession now is, now that we have the opportunity and the money, let's just eat it. I will not give job to your children. It won't provide you any long-lasting security in terms of your well-being and your future. It will not build any roads at all. No bridges will be built as a result. You are helping in the impoverishment of your own people. That is one thing you need to understand, that the actions we take today will have long-lasting consequences forever and ever. That is why Fulani are moving the military in. As one Sabo is gone, they are recruiting many more. Because the spirit of rebellion is in you people. The spirit of betrayal is in you people. But I pray for you 7 times every blessed day that Okirika may win you of those devilish tendencies. That's my prayer every blessed day. That you may understand. Not everything will be explained to you. Understand that any day you understand that, your lives will be a lot better. IPOB is about restoring Biafra and nothing more. Every decision we make, every step we take, not fair weather friends, they are here today, they talk about IPOB, they talk about Nnamdi Kanu, tomorrow they are gone. Tomorrow they are gone. We are consistent. Very, we never ever change. Consistency is the key. And the sooner you understand that, the better for you. You want us to come and tell you all our secrets so that Alamajiri will gonna eat from the back, as they are trying to do right now in our land. That is why our people must understand this. Any vote for APC is a vote for slavery. If you vote for APC, you are repeating the same mistakes that the Yorubas made while they lost Kwara State. You are repeating the same mistakes that our people made. That is why they lost their identity, their land, their call, everything to Fulani. Understand it very, very well. The same thing is happening in Benue and in the middle, across the middle belt, by force. Ask yourself, which other country in the world will you have such levels of abominable killings and no one is talking about it? Ask yourself that. Any day you can answer that, that day you will begin to appreciate what IPOB is doing. Because now you can't appreciate it. The human agenda. We must continue. We must continue because the gospel must be preached. Today we are sending a very clear and unambiguous message at all those against Biafra agitation, against freedom. We are not asking for anything. Allow our land to be developed. That's all we're asking for, nothing more, nothing less. But Fulani have said no. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to be developed. They believe in rank cadede. We don't believe in rank cadede. We want everybody to have the same opportunity as everybody else's child that is doing well. I'm not asking you to become envious. No. That is how a sane society is supposed to function. We must remove Okezi Bazu today because of what they have done. Because if you don't, remove him from office. You're not voting for him. And by making sure that anywhere you see PDP stuffing ballot boxes, not even PDP, I will say Okezi Bazu, stuffing ballot boxes in Abia State. Remember that Okezi Bazu is the PDP governor, but he voted for Gibril. So he's moving over to APC once he's declared the winner. If we are stupid enough to allow that to happen. And then you come back and start, when you enter public transport, you'll be complaining, oh, teachers have not been paid, oh. Now is your opportunity to correct it. Today. Go to Aba and see how dirty, how filthy Aba is. They are getting more money now than Mbakwe got when he was the governor. Mbakwe employed MCC. Mbakwe employed Gufanti. Mbakwe employed Foodroll. These three mega construction companies were in our land building roads every blessed day. Go and ask anybody. MCC, Gufanti, and Foodroll. Go and ask people who are as old as I am. They'll remember it. Ask yourself, why is Aba as dirty as it is today? I go before you think about Okezi, go outside and look at your lives. Is Donald Trump from Islam Faluku? But you people are queuing to travel to the USA for a better life. Is there a man from our mama that some of you will kill today for a British visa? And be in Britain. Not to contest elections, but at least to work and have the opportunity of having a decent living. So I want you to think. It's not where somebody comes from. It's about what they are capable of doing. Any day we realize this, then we would have advanced because of Biafra restoration. And that's what I want us to do this very day. I want us to start today. Hunger is now a legitimate weapon of enslavement of the people. Talk less of now that you have been starved. You're a teacher. Maybe your husband is a teacher. You've not been paid for 2 years. So anybody that will give you money for pure water, 5 naira, is your savior. Same person that held back your salary for 2 years will now come and be dangling. Maybe they're holding your salary worth over 4 or 5 million. They are now dangling 10 naira in front of you to buy kerosene, and you're jumping at it. You're no different from a chicken that they caught and plucked all the feather, torture it, and left it naked. Any day you sprinkle corn in front of that very chicken, it will still come to you. We have turned ourselves into animals, I'm telling you. and it's very, very shameful. Today, we start to correct that anomaly. From today, we begin to correct that very impression that we only think with our stomach. Today, we send a very clear message that you cannot kill our people in our land, our children in our land, and expect us and expect to go back into power. Okay, see, as you came, shoot at sight till this very moment. Using army to terrorize everybody. So that is okay, see, that brought all those people. And then you are considering going to vote for him. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we cannot allow that to hold. We cannot allow that to happen. There is somebody called Chima Owezuoke. He is supervising the rigging for Kezi Pazu in Umunuchi. As I speak now. As I speak now. Somebody called Chima Uwezuoki supervising the rigging for Okezi Pazu. Tomorrow they will tell you that Nigeria is bad. Let's move the country forward. They're moving the country backwards today. Tomorrow they'll be talking nonsense. These are black people. Only the need of the stomach that counts. They are buying votes also at the compound of one state House of Assembly candidate for PDP. Oh my goodness me. In Mbala, in Amoda, and Omuak polling units has been designated for massive rigging. Audios Okalo, Nkiruka, Onye Georgia has control of the army now in Abia. In Abia North. That's where AP is doing their own rigging in Abia North. So the only way you can become relevant now is you go to the north and you pledge allegiance to them. You bow down before them. You promise them to be a very good slave. And then they give you the army to go and kill people as you wish, to rig election as you want. Are these the people you want to allow any semblance of governance? Look at what they are doing. How many Fulani people, how many Fulani politicians will ask for soldiers to go and kill their own people because they want to serve an Igbo man? No, it's only an Igbo man that will do that. Only anyone that will do that. Very, very sad indeed. But we must continue. This is Radio Biafra. This very morning, the time now is getting close to 4 minutes past 9 a.m. in the morning. And I believe the same number of minutes past there where you are. It's a live presentation from Radio Biafra. It's a live address this very morning concerning what we need to do to ensure that we avenge the death of our people. That we avenge the death of those killed by Operation Python Dance. That we punish those responsible for bringing Fulani men into our land. Because they will pay very dearly for it. If you have forgotten those that died, I have not. Some of you have, your black people, you have very short memories. You don't remember anything for long. Imagine Armistice Day celebration is still being remembered in Europe. First World War, that was fought over 100 years ago. If you set up Armistice Day commemoration tomorrow, everybody will come because a white European understands the meaning of sacrifice and its essence. But in Black Africa, our mothers that fought and died for us 90 years ago, nobody remembers them. There is no monument, there is no statue, there is no memorial, nothing. World War II is being remembered till this very moment across Europe. Who remembers Biafra? It's not for IPOB. But some people will still come and say, oh, 30th of May, move about if you want to, go about your business. This agitation for Biafra has allowed me to kind of study the mindset of your average black person. And I'm sorry to say that sometimes there's nothing to write home about. Some of us studied abroad. Some claim they have Western orientation. Some claim they're exposed. Some claim they are learned. And I keep asking them, why is it that the Armenia genocide was recognized? Why is it that Rwanda genocide was recognized, but Biafra genocide not recognized? Some people don't even know the importance of having the Biafra genocide recognized. They don't even know the meaning of it. If you tell them tomorrow that we are pursuing for the recognition of Biafra genocide, they say, no, but how does it get us Biafra? They don't have any idea. When we lament that the Nobel Prize was not given to Chinua Achebe, but instead was bought by Obasanjo to give to his brother Wole Soyinka, people don't understand the meaning of it. They think, oh, it's nothing, it's just Nobel Prize, oh, it's nothing now. Oh my goodness. All these things that we are pursuing, our 30th of May remembrance would sit at home. Everything that we do every blessed day is designed to bring Biafra closer. And this very morning, on this very day, we must send a clear message to the world that Fulani Caliphate is not welcome in our land. That APC and all the affiliate parties and those in PDP working for APC will have no peace in our land. That is why Okezi Ikpeazu must be removed. That is why Imo State must not fall into the hands of the enemies, namely APC and AA. That is why Dave Umahi must be removed. That is why Wike must remain. That is why every other governor from the south must remain, or else we are gone. Thank you very much for listening, and I will be back again throughout the afternoon and also the evening to ensure that our people do what is right and get it right for once. Thank you very much. From me, from here, it is still good morning. Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the face of this very planet. We welcome you to a very exciting edition of Radio Biafra presentation this very evening. Wherever you are, we welcome you. It doesn't matter where you're listening from. It doesn't matter where you are domiciled. We ask you to please endeavor to welcome those who are around you. We are live and we are direct. And only whom will bear us witness this very evening that we shall propagate this very gospel of hope, this gospel of redemption, this gospel of emancipation, this gospel that will ensure the restoration of this very divine kingdom of the very Most High, this very land of Biafra, sacred and very holy, defiled by men of darkness, those who do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. This evening, this gospel must be preached, that the truth may be spoken, and that shame may befall the devil. Therefore, I will encourage each and every one of you to please endeavor to welcome those who are around you. If you do not know how to receive Radio Biafra, as usual, our platforms are radiobiafra.co. You can receive us via Facebook if that has been fixed. There are a plethora of listening posts that you can avail yourself of should you wish to participate and partake in this very gospel this evening. I welcome each and every one of you. And as I said earlier, as I welcome you, I will like you to also welcome other people who are around you. Please go and tell your neighbors, including the enemies of Ipob, the enemies of Biafra, that time has come that this very gospel will be preached. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and by the grace of the very Most High, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. I welcome you with the time now, standing at approximately 3 minutes past the top of the hour, 3 minutes past 7 p.m. here in the United Kingdom, precisely the same number of minutes past the top of the hour in Biafra land and wherever you are domiciled on the face of this very planet Earth. I welcome each and one of you. Therefore, we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, depending on this time zone that you're listening to us from. People pretend they want to be like us, but they can never be like us, because there is only one IPOB. There is only one set of people divinely mandated to restore Biafra. Only one set of people who can do it. Only one set of people that have the mettle to do it. And that is IPOB. That is why we will not relent. That is why we will never retreat nor surrender. That is why our march is continuous. Onwards forever until victory is assured, until Biafra is completely and wholesomely restored. Anybody trying to imitate, if you're trying to copy us, if you want to be like us, you are wasting your time, because it can never be. You do not have the heavenly mandate to do so. Only IPOB does. That is why we propagate this very gospel without fear before our enemies. That is why the zoo is vibrating, because of IPOB. That is the only name that strikes fear into the heart of the cabal. The only name that drives the caliphate insane. That name is IPOB and no other. Unless you talk about IPOB, nobody will take you seriously, but we shall get into that later on. But this evening, before we proceed, as we always do here on this hallowed platform, we hand over all our proceedings to the Most High, Elohim, to come and take complete and absolute control of our proceedings this evening. We want to hand him over not just this very program, but the entire project of Biafra restoration, because without Elohim, we are nothing. Without Okirika, we fail to exist. There is nothing man can do about Biafra restoration. Only Chukwukika Biama can give us Biafra, not man, not mortal flesh. Only the ever-living immortal Elohim can give us Biafra. We must understand this. That is why we will sacrifice the land of Biafra to the glory of Elohim, that his name may be praised and worshipped forever and ever. We must pray this very evening, and I will pray from the book of Psalms, as I always do, and as I do for this very noble IPOB family, 7 times every blessing. Blessed says the Chineke na nke bi n'eluigwe, onye ngozi ya na-ebere na dịdị marụ mgbe ebighị. Ọ bụ asụsụ eluigwe ka nje ile ji westa ego ofufe n'ime abalị na nke dị nsọ, n'ihi na ụmụ gị agbakọwo n'ụwa niile, ka ha wee gị okwu nsọ nke okwu nnapụta, okwu nzọpụta, okwu eduba n'ime ndụ. Anyị wee na-agwa gị nna nke bi n'igwe, onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe gị onye kere ya, onye ọ bụ na naanị ya bụ nwanne otu onye, Chineke nna nke ụmụ ogbenye, onye sị na ga-esi mkpụfe ihe okpete ụmụ ogbenye nna nke dị nsọ, Chineke n'eze bụ onye anyị akpụsi ala n'ụbọchị niile. Otuto na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma, nara mbuli elu, nara ekele. Eze ndị eze biko dị ọsọsọ ka ibe bịa zọpụta ụmụ gị. Dị na IPOB nna nke dị nsọ, ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra ebe niile nọ na ahụhụ karịrị ahụ anyị na-eri uju, mkpakasị ahụ karịrị akarị ebe niile. Onye ụmụ biko bịa ka iwe nyere anyị aka. Mekwa ndị niile ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide ụmụ gị, ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide IPOB. Chineke nna nke anyị na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala anyị. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, onye ike niile dị na ọ badara aka ya, ọ bụ IPOB ka m na-enyefe ya n'aka n'uhuruchi ya, mgbe ụwa niile na-ege anyị ntị n'olu. Ka amara gị wee zuo oke n'ime ndụ anyị, ka ebere gị wee n'ụba anyị ebe anyị nọ, ka iwere wee bụrụ nke ha niile, ka ha rabụ ndị na-agba anyị mgbe okpuru, ka ha ra nna nke igwe bụ ndị na-atụgharị mkpụrụ obi anyị. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke bụ n'igwe, na nke a bụ ekpere na-ekpere gị na nzuzo ụbọchị niile, ka m na-ekpepụta ike igwe mmadụ nọ n'elu ụwa wee nụ ya n'abalị a. N'ihere ga-abụ nke ndị dị etu a, ọgba aghara ga-abụkwa oke n'ọlụ ha niile n'otu n'otu, bụ ndị isi na ụmụ ha agaghị aṅụ mmiri ma tọgbu iko, bịakwa ka iwe chụghachi ha azụ ma tinye ha n'ọgba aghara, were ọchịchịrị wee sakwasa ha. Onye ilu nke ha nwe ha gwere anyị ha ma ga-adọba ya n'ime aka isi ha ga-aba ha ọnụ. Ndị ire abụọ, ndị na-ekwu okwu abụọ, ndị na-enweghị ihe ọbụla dị ọzọ gbasara okwu na nke dị nsọ, ha wee kụnye wee na-ahụ onwe ekwensu. Eze ebube dị ngozi ga-ala ha n'iyi n'otu n'otu. Ihe amaghị m efe arụsị, sọsọ Chukwu ka bịa maka na-efe na nke dị nsọ. N'otu aka ezinụlọ gị bụ IPOB. Ndị Igbo kpọpụrụ iwe eza ha ekpere, agbanyeghi eme ka onye nwaanyị gabiga nna nke dị nsọ. Anyị wee na-asị na-ekwe ha ma chụghachi ha azụ, ka ha rabụ ndị ha na ndị ụlọ na-enwe mmekọ. Ofu ụbọchị na na-ekwu okwu Biafra nke ọzọ ha gbara wee gawa ugwu Awụsa. Ihe ọbụla afọ na megara ha tụtụrụ wee tinye na akpa wee pụta wee na-akụrịrị akụrị ka ndị si n'ebe nna nke dị nsọ. Ka ara ha gbaa ha wee gbaba ha n'ime ọhịa, ka ara ha gbaa ha wee gbaba ha n'ebe a na-azụ ahịa, ka ara nke gaba ha gaghị enwe ngwọta nna nke dị nsọ. N'ihi na ndị osi akarịala, ndị ama akarịala, ndị ire esiwe n'aka dị etu a wee bata ụmụ gị n'ime nna nke dị nsọ. Chineke nna nke onye anyị na-efe, jide ndị dị etu a mara ha n'iyi, n'ihi na ọ bụ ọrụ ọchịchịrị ka ha na-alụ, ọrụ ekwentị ka ha na-alụ. Chineke nna nke bụ n'oge arịọ ka anyị na-arịọ gị, kama lekwa anyị onwe anyị bụ ndị na-achịrị gị, ezinụlọ nke gị hiwere bụ IPOB n'ụwa niile. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ndị nwe ezi ịhụnanya na mmasị ebe okwu nsọ gị nọ. Ọ bụ ya mere mgbe niile ka anyị na-achọ onye nwe anyị na anyị ga-ebuli aha nsọ gị elu. Chineke nna nke igwe na anyị ga-aja gị mma, ọka aka ada anyị ga-akpụsi ala nye gị. Anyị enweghị onye ọzọ ma ọ bụghị naanị gị. IPOB amaghị chọọchị anyị na-efe ogozuta gị, Chineke nna nke bụ n'igwe. Onye ndị Igbo na-akpọku aha nsọ ya, nakwa ndị mmụọ ozi na-abụ abụ ọma wee nye aha nsọ gị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ndị okenye ọrụ abụọ na wee na-atụ mkpa ọla edo n'ala sị na-ede nsọ na nsọ ka onye nwe anyị dị. IPOB wee na-ekwu n'abalị na asị na-ede nsọ. Chineke nna nke igwe nara otuto na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma na mbuli elu nara ekele. Ka ngọzi gị wee zuo oke n'ime ndụ anyị, ka ụwa niile wee konye ofe ụbọchị wee sị n'ezie n'ezie na ụmụ ya bụ obodo ụmụ Chineke, ka ịma mma gị wee pụta ihe n'ime ndụ anyị, ka ụwa niile wee zukọ wee sị No getting them back at happen with Chineke to have here, like I'm on one. Getting sort of saying my do. That's around the woman taking my care, but I need them like you will be coming and not to tell the name. Now I'm bullying the name. Sitting in the neighborhood. He said, I prayed in the language of heaven. People deliberately misunderstand us. They misunderstand what we are doing. But we must preach this very gospel very fervently, because there is no other way that it can be done. There is no other way that it can be explained. If you're not in the spirit, you can never understand what IPOB is doing. For you to understand what we are doing. You cannot understand if you're a liar. You can never understand IPOB the way we function. Because we have come that Biafran will be restored. We have not come for any other purpose, just to restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this very earth. Some people are confused, but tonight I will put you on the path of the straight and the narrow that will lead you to eternal life. And all those other people who are perambulating all over the place and making an absolute and complete mess of themselves, they will only lead you astray and lead you into destruction. Children of darkness. After tonight, they will no longer exist. We have chased their forebears away. They only operate in the realm of fake Facebook accounts. They can no longer argue nor debate with their names. Now the entire zoo has come against us. They have come against the children of light. But light will always prevail over darkness. For some of you who are new to these very efforts to restore Biafra, the achievement of IPOB speaks for itself. Only IPOB is being discussed all over the world. There is no other movement apart from IPOB. That is one inescapable fact that even our most ardent detractors cannot deny. You that is yapping all over the place, if you do not talk about IPOB, nobody will know you exist. For you to be relevant, you must mention two names, IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. Without those two, you are absolutely nothing. When we called for a boycott, the zoo was vibrating. We called off the boycott and they went into disarray. That is how powerful IPOB is, by the grace of Elohim, not by man. Because everything we do is directed by heaven, not by mortals on this very earth. That is one thing our people must understand this very evening. I asked you to come with your pen and your paper, and I'm sure you heeded my call. I will also ask you to make sure that you have a workable internet-enabled device around you, because we're going to do some mini research of our own this very evening. I called for the boycott in exercise of a mandate given to me by the Directorate of State of the Diaspora of Biafra, the governing arm of our movement, and by extension, the entire global worldwide family, because I have the mandate to do whatever it takes to ensure that Biafra is restored. That was the mandate that was given to me. In case some of our people have forgotten, that is the mandate which I keep exercising every blessed day of my life. Our boycott was absolutely necessary, and we utilized it to very good effect. And today we have a signed document attesting to that very fact, that not only is IPOB formidable, when the dust settles, the world will realize that their only hope is IPOB. Not in a political party, not in politicians, but in IPOB and no other. We asked for this boycott when people were still sleeping. We are the catalyst for the restructuring debate in the zoo. That very fact is undeniable. There is nobody today discussing restructuring in the zoo. If they are honest, they will reference IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu in the process. They know that. We are the originators of anything that has to do with some sort of revolution in that very zoo today. Why did we insist on boycott? And why did some fools, I call them fools because they are foolish. They don't know anything. They are foolish because they don't have the liver. They don't have what I call the balls to actually sustain any credible fight to its logical conclusion. These are people you can just buy because they have no conscience. They have nothing to offer. They talk because they want to attract attention to themselves. They speak eloquently sometimes because they want to draw the attention of the caliphate. So people can perhaps induce them, as they have always done, to abandon what we all agreed ought to be done in pursuit of earthly glory and money. Nothing else. Unfortunately for them, I can't like them. They deny I am no. So the only way they can perhaps remove the cloak of shame from their faces is to go about pretending that we are like them, when they know for sure that before we came, there was none like us. Before IPOB came, there was anything like IPOB before? The answer is no. As credible and as formidable as we are, the answer is no. Now that we are here, do we have anybody who can challenge or rival our position? The answer is no. And long after we are gone, the living will wish we lived forever. Till tomorrow. For you to be published in a newspaper in the zoo, for you to be referenced in any conversation in the zoo, you must mention IPOB and you must mention Nnamdi Kanu. That is where they derive their relevance from. And I'm absolutely shocked and amazed that our people spend time responding to idiots who don't deserve our time, thereby perhaps fueling their ego and their recharge card which their masters give them from the north. These are rats. They are not worth debating or having a conversation with. Ask any of them that you come across, which country have you been to agitate for Biafra? How many government officials of the world have you met? Where can you be cited as a credible group that exists on the ground in Biafra land? They have no local standing. They have no position. They only exist in the realm of perhaps one or two social media pages and a sprinkling of public announcements now and then. They don't exist. The only people that exist is IPOB. We are in over 88 countries of the world, the most credible, the most formidable freedom fighting outfit on the face of this planet Earth. There is no government in the world that doesn't know about IPOB. And as you all know, I have been to see some of them. It's not everything that we put out in the open. After all, when I told you about our transmitter, the same people that were clamoring for me to show them where the transmitter was were the ones that called DSS and told them where it was, and they went and seized it. That is how they operate. Evil people, brimming with evil, sadistic souls, but they will never survive. Let us start from the beginning, where this whole thing began. This evening, as with most of our recent broadcasts, I want those of you with internet access, or should I say internet-enabled device, to please go to Google and do a very simple search. I want to prove to you how useless Nigerians are. I want to prove to you how cowardly they are. I want to prove to you this night with this simple search that only IPOB is dependable. I want to prove to you that we have come that Biafra will be restored. I want to also prove to you that all those yapping and talking rubbish, that they are beneath contempt. Beneath contempt. And I'm actually astonished that some people inbox to ask me silly questions about non-entities that shouldn't be discussed nor mentioned. Go to your Google search this very evening and key in the words, no restructuring, no election. Very, very critical, very, very important. no restructuring, no election. And I want you to please kindly go through all the news items that will appear under this very search to understand that another name for IPOB is consistency, which everybody lacks, both in Biafra and in the wider zoo called Nigeria. I want to prove to you that this is the reason why they are jealous of our consistency, our indefatigability, our ability to remain on the truth and say no until we get what we're looking for, which we have already anyway. That's why they kept postponing the elections. You don't know that? You should probably know.